In today's discussion, we are going to discuss kinematics problem in one dimension, including different quantities such as displacement, distance, average velocity, average speed, and time. In order for us to understand, let's try this problem. A bus travels in the positive x direction on a straight and level road. For the first 5 seconds of its motion, the average velocity of the car is 8.5 meter per second. How far does the bus travel in 5 seconds? In this problem, what we see is there is a given time which is 5 seconds and a given average velocity which is 8.5 meter per second. We are now looking for the displacement of the bus. We all know that the equation, kinematic equation that is useful to this is B is equal to x over t, or average velocity is equal to displacement over time. But in today's discussion, or in this problem, we are concerned on finding the displacement. So let's isolate the equation. Let's multiply both sides by time so we can cancel it. So what we have now is x is equal to bt. Now that we have the equation for the displacement, we can substitute the given. So x is equal to the velocity, which is 8.5 meter per second, and the time, which is 5 seconds. So we can compute 8.5 times 5, which is 42.5 meter. So this is the displacement. Let's try another problem. You normally drive on the freeway between Manila and Espana at an average speed of 29.17 meter per second, and the trip takes 1 hour and 50 minutes. On a Friday evening, however, heavy traffic slows you down and you drive the same distance at an average speed of only 1.94 meter per second. How much longer does the trip take? In this given problem, we are concerned looking for the time that you take when driving in a heavy traffic. So, it is helpful on this problem that you can see there's a given average speed and average, or the time you take, which is 1 hour and 50 minutes. The first thing that we need to do is to know what is the distance, because what you travel in a freeway is also the same distance what you travel on the heavy traffic. So the first thing that we need to do is to find the distance. So the given on this problem, we have the average speed, which is 29.17 meter per second. So this is the average speed in a freeway when there is no heavy traffic, and a time which is 1 hour and 50 minutes. So the first thing that we need to do is to convert it into seconds, because this is, or seconds is, the SI unit for time. So 1 hour is composed of 60 minutes. 60 plus 50 is 110 minutes. So we can now convert this 110 minutes into seconds. So we all know that the ratio for minutes and seconds is 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 110 minutes times 60 seconds over 1 minute. So that's the conversion factor for that. So we have now 110 times 60, we have now 6,600 seconds. So this is the time in seconds. So we have 6,600 seconds. So this is the time in seconds during a freeway from Manila to Espana. Now we are looking for the distance. So the distance is equal to B times T, like what we all know. So the average speed is 29.17 meter per seconds, and the average time is 6,600 seconds, or the total time rather. 6,600 times 29.17, we have now 192,522 meter. So this is the distance that you travel from Manila and Espana. 192,522 meter. Now, I want you to understand that this distance during freeway is also the same distance that you travel during the heavy traffic. And because of the heavy traffic, the average speed that you have now, based on the given, is 1.94 meter per second. So we have given a 1.94 meter per second. And now we are concerned on looking for the time that you take during the heavy traffic. So the first thing that we need to do is to isolate the equation. So we have B is equal to X over T, and we are concerned looking for T. So let's divide both sides by X. So we can cancel it. What we have now is 1 over T is equal to B over X. Get the reciprocal. We have now T is equal to X over B. Now, let's substitute. We have the distance, or the what we have is the X is 192,522 meter, and the average speed, which is 1.94. meter per second. 1.94 meter per second. So what we have is we have now 99,238 seconds. So it is a very huge time compared during the freeway, which is 6,600 seconds. So it takes a long time compared during the freeway. Now, let's try another problem. Starting from the front door of your house, you walk 50 meters due east to your playground. And then you turn around and walk 30 meters west to a bench where you sit. It takes you 30 seconds to walk from your house to the playground, and then 40 seconds to walk from the playground to the bench for the entire trip from your front door to the bench. Now, what are your average velocity? The first thing is we are looking for average velocity. Since it involves average velocity, it also involves displacement, because average velocity is displacement over time. So let's look at the given. Let's take a look for the scenario. Starting from the door, let's say this is your door. You walk due east to your playground. 50 meter. So you walk 50 meter to your playground. So imagine this is the 50 meter. And then you turn around. You walk now from the playground 30 meter west. So you walk 30 meter west. Now, we are concerned looking for the average velocity. We all know that the displacement is the distance you travel from the starting point to the end point. This is your starting point and this is your end point. So, if we have a line here, this is the end point now, which is, this is the 0, and what is this? So the displacement for this is 50 meter minus 30 meter. We now then have 20 meter. So we can use this as the displacement. Now, the entire trip or the entire time for the trip is we have 30 seconds from your house to the playground and 40 seconds from the playground to the bench. So we have total of 70 seconds. So we can now look for the average velocity. So the average velocity is equal to displacement over time. So we have now 20 meter divided by 70 seconds is equal to 20 divided by 70 is equal to 0.29 meter per second. So that is the average velocity. Now, we are looking for the average speed. So what is the average speed? By this time, if we are looking for average speed, we now use the distance because average speed is equal to distance over time. And the distance is the overall measurement of what you travel. So by this time, our distance is, we have now 50 meter, then we have 30 meter. So we get the total measurement of the travel. So we have now 80 meter. So using this, we have the same time. We can now get or solve for the average speed. So the average speed is the distance over time, which is 80 meter divided by 70 seconds. We have now 80 divided by 70 is equal to 1.14 meter per second. So that is the average speed.